Hey guys, so it's definitely been a minute. I know it's been a couple weeks. Things got crazy during at my day job, so I am so sorry for the delay. But I do want to thank everyone for your support during this time and for continuing to order personal readings with me. Thank you so much. All right, so let's get into it and see what is going on in the collective of divine masculines who are involved in karmic relationships. All right, so I actually have a couple of new decks. I have a new oracle deck, and one of my lovely viewers sent me this in the mail. It's the, oh my gosh, it's the Art of Love Tarot. All right, so we will be honoring this deck today as well. All right, so let's get started. Let's see what is going on in general in the collective with the masculines who are still in karmic relationships. And first card out, we have cycles. But before I say anything, I just want to get a couple more in a different deck to go along with these cycles. Right, Spirit, what are these cycles about? Maybe Spirit doesn't want me to use this deck. We'll give it one more shot. Because I do also, I have been getting this feeling with the cycles. And cycles is something I actually talk about quite often. So let's see. There we go. Okay. We have compromise, fall, and devotion. All right, so as I always say, you know, we all go through cycles, right? The divine masculines go through cycles, the divine feminines go through cycles, even the karmic partners go through cycles. And then there are cycles within cycles. So it's like one big cycle, right? And once it completes, a new one starts. But within that big cycle, there might be little mini cycles of something, you know, happening and then repeating itself until it stops repeating itself, and then that big cycle is done and moves on to the next. So right now what I'm getting is that the masculines are going through another one of these cycles, right? Because they've been, you know, up and down a lot throughout this whole journey. And right now the cycle that they're going through is one of compromise, where they're realizing that they need to compromise something. Like things are not going to come easy. And I feel like this is something that has been a struggle for them, and this has been one of the mini cycles within the bigger cycle, is the fact that they weren't willing to compromise certain things that they have in their life right now, whether that be, you know, just feeling safe in the relationship that they're in with a karmic partner, whether it be finances, whether it be having to compromise, you know, having full custody of children, or whether it be having to compromise for those who have multiple partners, or for those who have very superficial karmic partners, having to compromise, you know, just instant gratification and fulfilling their ego on a superficial level. And what they need to do is they need to compromise certain those things to have true devotion. And right now, it's like they're going through, I feel like it's a completion actually of a cycle of having that difficulty. And now they're entering the cycle of actually realizing that, you know what, in order to have this devotion, certain things do need to be compromised. Okay? So this is actually what the new cycle is going to be focused on. And then we also have a fall. So two messages with this. One is that for a lot of you, the fall as a season could be significant, or maybe this cycle will actually be completed in the fall. All right, and that's when, you know, major things might start happening. But generally what I'm getting with this is that it's an energy of change, okay? Because fall represents change. It's like the shedding of, you know, the old, so that the new can blossom later on. And this is another reason why I'm saying that I feel like it's a completion of the cycle and a new one is beginning. All right, so that was interesting. Let's actually, move on and see. We're gonna do like a comparison of the masculine's energy towards their karmic partner and then towards their divine feminine. All right, so let's actually start and get a general energy card. Their energy towards their karmic partner, and we have door to spirit. And let's get one for their energy towards their divine feminine, please. Journey. And we're going to get one for the divine feminine. Okay, that's too many that came out, so I'm not going to take any of them. We just want one card, please. And we have Goddess of the Moon in reverse. All right, so I'm actually going to get one card from this new deck here to kind of clarify each of these, and then we're going to get into it. So actually, I'm just going to start with the first one, which is Door to Spirit for the masculine's energy towards their karmic partner. So let's see, what is this about? These cards are really big and thick, so I'm not used to handling them yet. But I will. Let's see. And we have the 8 of Stars, and the stars is actually the wands in this deck. Okay, so this is the 8 of Wands. So this is quick movement, communication, and action. So so basically what I'm getting here is that the masculines towards their karmic partner, it's like they are they're really opening up their intuition and seeing the situation and the relationship for what it really is, and they're really in an impatient type of an energy to take some sort of an action and communicate this to them. I am still getting, though, that a lot of them are holding back because they kind of feel like they don't know how to express themselves in this way or what exactly to do, but it's like it's boiling inside them. And one of the reasons why is because they are being pushed by spirit, and they're also seeing that there was a reason for this connection, and this is why we have Door to Spirit. It's like they realize there was a reason for it, so they're seeing what the spiritual lesson was in this connection. And I think it's very interesting that we also have this this dove here, which represents freedom, if you can see that. It's like they're ready to let spirit kind of take over and push them in taking this this action. Let's get one for their energy towards the divine feminine and journey. What is this journey about? Okay. Page of Hearts, which is the Page of Cups. So it's like, yeah, they're really wanting to move towards their feminines right now and make them an offer. Communicate. So there's a lot of communication here with the 8 of Wands and then with the Page of Cups here, and a lot of movement also with journey and the 8 of Wands. So they're in an energy of wanting to move towards their divine feminine. Some of them, you might have a distance between the two of you. They're even considering taking a trip. All right, so for the divine feminine, I'm actually going to leave that for a bit later. Let's just focus on this for now. All right, let's get into it and see. So let's see what is going on. What is going on with the masculine towards their karmic partner? We have the Page of Swords. So see, more communication. And I do see this as rational communication. Oops. It's like really wanting to have a very civilized, rational type of a conversation with their karmic partner. All right, when we have the Nine of Wands, the Four of Swords in reverse, and the Empress in reverse. All right, so basically the masculines right now, they're wanting to talk to the karmic partner, as I said. They're feeling very, very exhausted. There's this feeling of just not really being able to continue. I mean, they still have a little bit more in them, but I feel like this is going to be used in order to be able to have this conversation. And they're just feeling restless. And we got this before, actually, with the Four of Swords. I think it was in the last reading a couple weeks ago. They're still feeling this restlessness and still seeing their karmic partner as the Empress in reverse. That this person just can't be the person for them in their lives, all right? So, I mean, that's always consistent over time. But for right now, it's like they want to communicate this to the karmic partner, that they're just exhausted and that they're feeling restless, they're feeling like they just can't continue on in this way, and that they just don't feel like this is the person for them. I'm almost getting that they don't even need to make any excuses anymore. They don't want to find excuses. They don't need to have a legitimate reason for separation. The mere fact that they just don't feel good in this relationship and they just don't feel like this is their person, it's like that is enough for them. All right, so let's see. I actually want to see what the energy, what it's like between them, mutually. Let's see. We have the Queen of Cups. So this is reminding me actually of this door to spirit, like just really being more intuitive about the connection. This is them also like understanding. So I feel like if there have been, you know, lots of arguments and things like that, that's kind of settled down. Yeah, there's restlessness, but it's not really arguing. It's more like civilized, type of an energy between the two of them. So no fighting, no impulsiveness, not so much that craziness that we had seen, I think, in the last reading. Now it's more that of understanding and having, you know, just sympathy for each other, like understanding the other person's point of view, understanding maybe how the other person might be feeling. And we do also have the Six of Swords in reverse. So let me get one more. So the Six of Swords to me in reverse, it just kind of signifies to me that they're kind of staying put at the moment. But I do feel like that's about to change with this new cycle closing out. With the old cycle closing out and the new cycle beginning. Yep, see? What did I just say? The World, upright. Closing of this cycle. So I feel like because there is this understanding between the two of them, and because things have calmed down and they feel like they can think more rationally, it's almost as if, you know, ego isn't so much in the way anymore. You know, all the heated parts of their, you know, conversations has kind of settled and they can think more rationally. It's because of that they are able to end this cycle. So yeah, I mean, they might still be there, but they're there because it's kind of like they need to close out the cycle, but that's what's happening right now. All right, ending the old cycle with this World card. All right. Let's see what their intentions are. So, what are their intentions towards the karmic partner? So we have the Five of Wands, first card out. The Six of Pentacles. the Three of Swords and the Knight of Swords. All right, so what they're thinking and what they're planning or what they're intending to do is to actually, you know, kind of put up a fight, kind of defend themselves. It doesn't mean that it's going to be heated, because I'm really not getting that from everything else that we have here. But I do get that they are intending to pretty much have to put up a fight for what it is that they want, but they want to do it in the right way. So yeah, it's like, it's weird. I mean, this might cause arguments, but it's not going to be as heated as they used to be, because they want to do this in the right way. They want to be fair. They just want things to kind of be balanced. But basically what this is leading to, or what it's leading to in their minds for their intentions, is a breakup, is a separation with this Three of Swords. And they want to do it fast. Knight of Swords. So like I said, they're feeling impatient with the Eight of Wands here, and then also the Knight of Swords. It's like they're really feeling the ending of this cycle, and really, really feeling this push and this urge to do something fast, which is the separation. We'll see if they actually do it. All right, so let's actually, so that we can compare, let's see what is going on with their energy towards their feminine, towards you. So like I said, I mean, the major theme cards are Page of Cups and Journey. Okay. We have the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. So obviously, for a lot of you, there's not much going on in the material world between the two of you. Yeah, and Two of Wands in reverse also. So definitely at the moment, you haven't been feeling much action from them. There may have been some communication, but definitely nothing like huge. Look at that, Page of Cups again. And the Star. All right, so what I'm getting here is that their energy towards you is, with the Ace of Pentacles and the Two of Wands being in reverse, definitely not much action, okay? You haven't felt like they're actually doing anything. However, with the Page of Cups here again, they do want to communicate with you. And some of them may actually have already communicated with you, okay? If they haven't, they really want to, because this is the energy that is surrounding them. This is the second time we're getting this for their energy towards you. Okay, the Page of Cups. So they're definitely feeling this. They either want to communicate with you in a very warm type of a way, maybe even emotional. They might be hiding some of their emotions, but that doesn't make it any less emotional in terms of, you know, what they're what's hidden behind this communication. And we have the Star, and because they're feeling hopeful, they're hoping that maybe, you know, they haven't lost their opportunity with you. Okay, interesting. So, all right, let's see, what are their intentions? We have the Four of Pentacles in reverse. This was a bit many. All right. Seven of Swords in reverse, the Lovers, and the Ten of Wands in reverse. All right, this is interesting. So currently, it's like they're not really intending on taking big action, okay? That's what I'm getting with the first two cards here being in reverse. And I feel like the reason why we have the Eight of Wands in reverse for the feminine is because we have the Eight of Wands upright for the karmic partner. And this is because they are focused on taking action quickly, feeling impatient on closing out the cycle here. And so for the feminine, they're kind of keeping their distance. So like I said, it's like they might communicate, but they're still kind of holding back from actual physical, tangible action. However, this is just the beginning. They do want to come out of this deceitful type of an energy. So for those of you where, you know, maybe your divine masculine cheated on you or left you for the karmic partner, it's like they're regretting that. They know how much that hurt you, and they know that that was deceitful to your connection. All right. And so they are intending on making that right. They are intending on somehow coming back and figuring things out with you, because we have the Lovers upright here. And we also have the Ten of Wands in reverse, and that's because they want to release this burden that they've been carrying for whatever it is that they did to you. And for those of you where the masculine may have been in a relationship before meeting you, again, I mean, they still feel like they have deceived you just by staying there for so long and not acting on what they truly feel for you, right? Which is the Lovers. And so they want to, it's almost that what I'm getting with this actually is that they want to be forgiven. Page of Cups twice and the Ten of Wands in reverse. I feel like that's like a burden on them. The fact that they feel like they have deceived you and that they want to be forgiven. And I feel like that maybe part of this communication that might come through for some of you will be that of them testing to see if you, what kind of energy you're in, to see if you can forgive them, so that they can release that weight off of their shoulders. All right, let's move on. Let's move on and see what actions they're likely to take in the next week or so towards their karmic partner. Okay, we have the Six of Wands. So I'm getting a lot of confidence here. The Hanged Man and the Eight of Wands again upright. Can't make this up, right? All right, so in the next week or so, I mean, I'm just getting strong and very, very significant communication between the masculine and their karmic partner. There's going to be a huge conversation energy between the two of them. And what I like about this is that not only is this conversation going to be just very civilized, rational, you know, so that they can actually get somewhere through this conversation, the masculines are going to be very confident. It's like now they're not just, you know, they're not feeling guilty about it. They're not shaky about it. They're not feeling, you know, guilty about it. They are very, very confident in what they're going to say. It's like they're very sure of themselves, sure that what they're saying is rational, it's reasonable, that they don't need to feel, you know, ashamed or guilty, basically. It's almost as if they realize that it's not wrong to separate anymore, because a lot of them felt like it was wrong for whatever reason, okay? And it was different reasons for all of them. We also have the Hanged Man, which is kind of like what I'm getting with this, actually, being right smack in between the Six of Wands and the Eight of Wands, is really taking a new approach and seeing things from a new perspective with this conversation, which just goes along with what I'm saying, that now it's not going to be heated, it's not impulsive, it's not you know, just being very, it's not being aggressive with it. It's not being immature. I'm just getting a very mature kind of a vibe and a new approach. Being able to kind of see things objectively, like from the outside. And again, I mean, and this is right under the Knight of Swords also. Again, it's going to happen, it's going to be very quick, this this conversation. I feel like it's happening like now, almost. Or like, you know, in the next week, these really big conversations are taking place. Or they're just going to be in a very, very impatient type of an energy. And I feel like it's also very productive. All right. So maybe something happened with the feminine. I don't know. I guess we're going to have to see. That has pushed them to think more rationally and to be like, you know what? I can't just keep going around and around and around and around in circles. I can't just keep repeating cycles. Something needs to change. And this is the new approach. All right, so let's see any likely actions towards their feminines in the next week or so. Actions, if any, are they likely to take towards their feminine? Okay, so we have the High Priestess. Oops. The Nine of Wands, and we had that for them before also. And the Three of Swords. Ooh. Bottom of the deck, we have the Ten of Cups. All right, so in the next week, I do see them still kind of holding back, as I said. If they communicate, remember how I said that they're not going to be showing you everything? Like they might not, there might be, the emotions might be hiding behind their communication, but they're not going to disclose everything. They're not going to be completely transparent, and this is confirmed here by the High Priestess. Okay, but we do have the Nine of Wands, and part of the reason why I feel like they're not going to take huge action, as I also said before, is because they're so tired. It is because they're so tired, but at the same time, there's still effort being put behind the scenes that you can't see. Okay, that's exactly what I'm getting with these two here together. Because they are willing to push through. They are willing to, you know, even walk on water to eventually somehow get to you. And this has been coming up a lot actually in their intentions in my personal readings as well. And then we do have the Three of Swords. So I am going to clarify to see what this is about. But mostly what I'm getting is that it's like they're going to be in an energy of feeling a bit heartbroken because they can't completely open up to you. And the reason why is because they're scared, because they don't want to speak too soon. They want to make sure that this other cycle here is closed out. They want to make sure that this conversation has completely taken place before they can say anything to you. So it's kind of like they're still, like I said, holding back, and they are going to be feeling this heartbreak. But, and I feel like it's actually, because they wish they could do more. They wish they could do more. And to them, it's almost as if it feels like a separation. So I know you're probably already in separation for the most of you. But for those of you who have been having some sort of contact, or have been in partial contact, or maybe even full contact, it's kind of like some of them might actually pull away just a little bit while they're taking care of this. Let's clarify. Why is it Two of Swords here? Ten of Wands. Yeah, see? So in the next week, they're going, so it's not even really an action. It's them feeling like I said, heartbroken, feeling the separation from you, because now they're feeling impatient and they want to come to you. So it's hurting them even more. They're feeling even more pain because they want to come to you, but they can't come fully. And they're carrying that weight still on their shoulders, which is what they're trying to release. And I also feel that a part of it is because they feel like what they have done to you, like I said before, right? That they're intending on releasing this burden from their shoulders, but they still haven't. And in the near future, the next week or so, they're still carrying that because they don't know if you have completely forgiven them or if you're going to be able to forgive them. Okay, let's take a look a little further down. Let's just see what's coming up after this. Where is this leading to, Spirit? Okay. So this is for a little further down the line with their karmic partner. We have the 9 of Pentacles. So that's a card of independence, of being single. These are a little bit many, but whatever. We have the Devil in reverse, the 2 of Wands, and the Knight of Wands. See, I'm telling you guys, there's movement. There's definitely movement. So following this conversation, all right, a little bit further down the line, we have independence, of them feeling like they can stand on their own 2 feet, that they can function independently of this person, whatever that means for each of them. Detaching, okay, cutting off the toxicity and the attachment of this connection, finding solutions with the 2 of Wands here, and actually taking action on them. And then we have the Knight of Wands. Okay, so definitely taking action. And this is quick action too. I love how we have the Knight of Swords and the Knight of Wands here. And the 8 of Wands twice, right? I'm pretty sure we had it twice. Well, it's somewhere. Maybe it was here. But yeah, definitely a lot of action coming up. The Knight of Wands is also a card of travel. So I do see that they might actually travel away from their karmic partner. So this could even be them, for some of them, actually even moving out, if they're living together. Or coming up with a plan to move out. And just being completely independent of this person. Even if things haven't been resolved completely, like they still might have some loose ends to tie up. But I feel that a lot of them are actually going to be able to tie up these loose ends while actually having moved away physically from this relationship and being independent and being single. Wow, you guys, that is not too far away. That is definitely not too far away. All right, so let's see during that timeline what their actions might be towards their divine feminine. So this is, you know, after the next week or so. Ooh, the Fool. Ready to take a jump, ready to take a risk. 4 of Wands. Guys, I can't make this up. This is crazy. Oh my gosh, and the Sun. Alright, so if this is resonating with you guys, this next week might be, or maybe the next 2 weeks might be a little bit gloomy. That's the only way I can put it. Like gloomy, like maybe a hint of communication, but not full communication. So it gets frustrating, a little bit of heartbreak, having a burden. But after that, look at this. And this is going to be during the same timeline or the same time period where they are moving away from the karmic partner, finding solutions, breaking attachment, being independent, regardless of whether they're in the same house or not. All right, they're going to take some kind of a risk and some kind of an action towards their feminine. And look at that, Four of Wands. It's definitely going to be for building some sort of a foundation with you, and the Sun for happiness. Really wanting to be together with you. All right, the Four of Wands, as a lot of you know, is a twin flame card. It's also a marriage card, a celebration card. And together with the Sun, I mean, that combination is like, it's a killer combination. And this is in their future actions towards you. That's amazing. All right. So I'm actually hoping that this resonates with most of you watching, because I just love this future energy so much. All right. So let's just take a quick look into what's going on with you, with the Divine Feminines. So we have Goddess of the Moon in reverse. I'll actually use a different deck. So right off the bat, what I'm getting here is that you may have been feeling like you are losing touch with your intuition, maybe doubting your intuition, wondering if you're crazy. So yeah, let's get one card to clarify that. Okay, we'll take both. Five of Pentacles in reverse and the Ten of Cups. Yeah, so you've been feeling doubts as to whether this is real, wondering whether this Ten of Cups, you know, this union can even happen ever. Is it a reality? Is it really possible, or is it all just in your head? You're wondering if you are just having delusions, and if you're, you know, going to be left out in the cold, basically, from this connection. Let's see. I mean, it looks like these are just illusions and distortions. All right. So let me just say that. All right, let's get some more information. Yeah, we have the Emperor in reverse. So you're really, yeah, this is how you're seeing your Divine Masculine. You're seeing them as just really not taking charge, not doing anything. You feel like maybe they've just kind of given up and maybe even surrendered, not to the universe, Five of Wands, surrendered to the karmic, to just, you know, to the karmic relationship. And I mean, you're feeling very conflicted, and it's like, you know that they are struggling. You know that they are struggling, and it is frustrating you as to why they can't take charge of their lives and get through this struggle and to just leave it behind. Yeah, Eight of Pentacles, which is basically what I was just saying. That why can't they just work through it and figure out a way? But what you don't know is that that is what they're doing. That is what they're doing. But with this High Priestess here, it's just being hidden from you. Okay? Alright, let's see. What does the feminine need to know right now, Spirit Please? What does the feminine need to know? Knight of Pentacles. All these knights. And I know that the Knight of Pentacles is slow, but it's still a knight. There's still movement. This is what Spirit wants you to know, that there is movement. Things are happening. Okay? And the reason why it feels so slow is because it's happening in the right way. All right, let's see if there's anything else. Okay, Four of Swords. This means that maybe a lot of you are in need of rest. You're in need of rest and just healing. It's kind of like saying, you know, what you need to know right now is that you need to just relax. Just relax. Sorry guys, this card fell. Actually, we'll keep it. Four of Pentacles. relax, and it's just kind of like what I'm hearing Spirit say is hold on tight. You know, just hold on. Hold on, things are going to be okay. All right. So yeah, I think that's about it. I actually just want to get maybe just some final messages, just anything really that would be helpful for the people watching this video to know, which is most likely feminine. So let's see. Card that flew out, meditation. All right, so yeah, actually that's confirming to me the four of swords right here, because it's also a card of meditation, okay? So if you have kind of, because you've been feeling out of tune maybe with everything and you feel like maybe you're crazy, maybe you have kind of withdrawn from meditating as much as you used to. Spirit is saying, no, you know, go back to it. You know, if you can slowly just kind of go back to your meditation practices, whatever they were, those are really helpful. All right, let's see, last one. Okay. High Priestess of Water. Okay, so this is like the Queen of Cups. So again, it's like tune into your intuition. Don't doubt your intuition. Don't think you're crazy. You know, get back in touch with the spirit world. Okay, if you feel like you may have pulled away a little bit. All right. Let's see. Final messages. We have by the book and to the sea. All right, so the guidance here for anybody that this is resonating for is things are happening, okay? They're just happening by the book, meaning they're happening in divine order. Okay? Things are happening in divine order the way they should be. Things are right on track. And all you need to do is just go with the flow, all right, with this to the sea card. Just go with the flow, ride the wave, just kind of like relax into the situation right now. Relax into your life, is what I'm getting. Do your meditations, you know, stop doubting yourself, get out of this, you know, thinking that you're delusional or thinking that you're crazy, and just kind of relax into your life right now and let all of this play out. Everything is on track. All right, those were the messages for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already. Do leave me a comment if this resonated or if you'd like to share your story. And I am available for personal readings. So thank you guys so much.